Before starting our today's sessions, today it's 8th of October, our second class, and we'll be
Yeah,
discussing about summarized written text and summarized spoken text. Before starting the sessions, do you have any specific questions regarding the yesterday's session on essay? Though you have written one essay, I need to check because you just sent me a couple of minutes earlier. So
yeah,
if you
yeah.
have any specific question first, you can ask me. I'll try to respond and then we'll jump into our session and then we'll be discussing more later.
No, not for now. I don't have any question.
Okay, that's great. Okay. So before starting our summarized written text, first we'll be talking about summarized written text, then we'll be talking about
Yeah.
summarized spoken text. So I'll be asking you some basic questions regarding summarized written text so that I can understand that what you did two times in this particular month because you sat for the exam on 3rd of October and 5th of October and try to figure out
Yeah.
that what are the mistakes you made overall based on the questions I'll be asking you so that you can I can also explain it in a better way and then
Yeah.
we'll be doing a live demonstration the way you will be writing in front of me and I'll be asking questions. Okay, first
Yeah.
thing, could you please tell me that usually how many words you write in your summarized written text?
It's usually around 60 to 65.
Okay, now question is you're supposed to write 5 to 75 words and you just need to use only one full stop. Now, why you use
Yeah.
60 to 65 words? Do you have any kind of mindset that, okay, the more words I can write, the more contents I can cover, or usually you write 60 to 65?
Yeah, actually, I was trying to write it in a understanding manner. So in doing so, it just took.
Okay,
So
okay,
actually, I was trying to write from every paragraph, which is relevant to the first paragraph,
yep,
and which is a corresponding following the third paragraph.
okay.
In third
If
paragraph,
there are
so
third
yeah.
paragraphs, if it is one paragraph or two paragraphs or three paragraphs depending on that, so in that particular passage you're trying to address all paragraphs and taking important contents and trying to make them in under one sentences. Sometimes it might
Yeah.
be 60, 70. It depends on the way you can configure. Okay, now next question is that when you do summarize written text, do you write by yourself or you just copy some sentences and then join with connector or linkers?
Actually, I just do little bit rearrangement, not much, because
What kind
sometimes
of rearrangement specifically, if you can tell me?
like wherever I can use vocab or something. Otherwise, if I cannot, any idea doesn't come in my mind, so I will just paste it as it is.
Okay, that's great. Okay, now you know that the whole task is 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
what is your planning when you start reading the passage? How many minutes approximately you take to read, understand, to find out the core points, key contents from the passage out of 10 minutes?
Mm. I do like generally usually 1 hour or 2 minutes.
Okay. Do you think that based on 250 and 300 words based paragraph, where there are three paragraphs or two paragraphs, is it possible for you to get the main points within 2 minutes? Do you think?
No, not main, but some like key points
Okay.
on
How
which
you
we can,
know that this is key points? How do you know
actually.
that this is a key points?
Actually, because some of the paragraphs were relevant, such as geography, and we have studied somewhere in school. So, yeah,
Okay. Now,
we can relate that from
okay,
there.
that's great. Now I'm giving a situation. The situation is the passage is about indigenous people, like Aboriginal people in Australia. There are three paragraphs. Now, there are
Yeah.
280 words total. The first paragraph has three sentences, second paragraph has three sentences, and last paragraph has four sentences. Altogether, it's a 280 words. Now, if you want to read how you will focus on finding out the key contents from these three paragraphs, one passage regarding indigenous people, Aboriginal people, what should be your primary goal to find out, or what should be your technique or method to find out the key
So,
contents from this 280 word based paragraph?
first is origin,
Okay,
where they originated from or something like that. After that, there are work what he used to do or activities which they depend on. And in the last, what they are doing, like currently or history or something like that, if it's mentioned in the paragraph.
Okay, okay, that's great. Now, so you read within 2 minutes, and then how many minutes you take to write? That out of 10 minutes,
Yeah.
you use 2 minutes maximum to read to find out the key contents.
Yeah.
Then how many minutes you usually take to write the
Uh,
summary?
it's like 6 to 7 minutes.
6 to 7 minutes. Why you need more time to write 60 words? Because usually for writing 20 words, people used to take not more than 40 to 50 seconds. As you told that, to you are just writing and you are just changing couple of things. So why you are taking 6 or 7 minutes to write? Because you told that you just read within two
No, no.
minutes and then write within six to
In
seven minutes.
in total, like reading it again and
Okay, okay, that's all right.
I
That's
mean
great.
finishing.
So do you think that when you read and start writing again, you used to read?
Yeah,
That means try to understand. Read, you start writing, again you have to read. That means first time whenever you read, it was not completed. Are you getting my points?
yeah.
You keep searching. Okay, that's all right. What you have to do right now, you have to share your computer screen, go to your applications and choose any
Yeah.
one summarized in text. But before that, make sure that I'll ask you questions. When you'll be reading, you
Okay.
have to give me three important content what you have understood. So how you can tell that you'll be reading by yourself in front of me live, and then you'll tell me the Hafiz, these are the three sentences. What is the sentence? Sentence number, you can see the line number one. This particular part is the important sentence. Line number three, this particular part is the important sentence. Line number seven, this part is the important sentence. When you will tell me, after that you will be start typing. What I'll be doing, first I'll be observing your reading and comprehension, that how you can find out the key contents based on your own understanding. Second, when you'll be writing, I'll try to understand that how you are bringing all the key contents under one particular sentences, focusing more on uh, content, focusing more on vocab, which words are there that can convey a full message to someone else who didn't read the whole passage, but they can still understand what is the overall message from that particular passage. I'm not worried or concerned about how many words you are using. You may write 74 words or you can write 39 words. It doesn't matter, because it depends on how you can actually configure the core ideas. But definitely, what you have to do, you can take your time for the first 2 minutes, if 3 minutes, to find out the three important content from that paragraph. But you have to tell me at the time of reading that which line the content is situated, located, so that you can tell me that particular part. And then you can start writing. When it's completed, then you have to do the proofreading. So proofreading means when it's completed, then you have to tell me that, okay, Hafiz, now I'm doing proofreading. So when you'll be doing proofreading, I want to see that how you are doing proofreading to find out the spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, please share your computer screen.
Mm.
Before starting your
Should
typing,
I?
you have to tell me that what are the key important sentences, three at least, and which line they are situated.
Okay. So it's based on the essay, so which is about intellectual engagement,
Okay,
yeah, and about humanities and science education and individuals
okay,
to tackle the global problems.
okay.
Yeah.
Any more?
Mm. Anymore in the end, it's just about these ones. I think
Okay,
there are three main. This is the idea.
okay. You can start typing your answer. Let's see.
Okay.
Please check how many minutes left so that you can understand.
Yeah, done.
Okay, now focus more on proofreading if you have time left. Asimit, you have to check the time because on top there is a countdown. You have to check how many minutes left. You can see already 3 minutes over.
Oh, okay, I've done over it.
Okay, now
Mm.
click next. That is submit. Let's see. Click to score.
American or
That's up
British?
to you. That one you prefer. It doesn't matter in the PTE Academy examinations if you follow any one particular
Mm.
spelling method. Okay, so you got score 3 out of 9. You got grammar 0, vocabulary 0, and content you got 2 out of 4. Now, okay, could you please click outside? Yeah, now tell
Yeah.
me, the way I asked you this question yesterday, that a 12-year-old cousin came to you and asked you, hey brother, could you please tell me what is the main summary or what is the summary of this particular paragraph, because it's very difficult for me to understand what we will say to that person in a simplest way. You don't need to read
Mm.
your own summary because you just need to make sure that you're just talking to me and you can tell me that okay,
Yeah.
okay, Hafiz, the main summary is this, then I'll understand.
So the summary was about literally intellectuals and a scientific between scientific study and a study of humanity literature or so. Yeah, in which there is one scientist, Snow, which did the, his published his essays on these topics, and he considered both of them equal. The
What
studies to
equal?
address
What?
the both studies.
What studies?
One was human value, and one is science.
Okay, that's great. So you can tell that when you are trying to elaborate, it is so many things are coming, but the main point is the person Snow argued the bridging the divide between humanities and science is essential. Bridging the divide for humanities and science is essential for what? Societal progress. That means humanities in one part, scientific progress in one part. Both it is important to breeze so that the society can progress. That is the main term the speaker actually said. So we need to focus on that as well. Now what we need to do, you just stop sharing your computer screen. I can share my computer screen and try to let you know that what you have missed and how you can maximize your score. Okay, could you please stop sharing your screen? Now let me know that you can see my computer. So you can see my computer screen. I will refresh your page because I am in your profile on AP Uni. So I will refresh the page so that it can be updated with your latest practice. And I'll scroll, and then I found that the summarized written text you have written, this is here. I will click, and then I will actually try to make you understand that what happened, what are the ways I will solve these summaries to maximize my score, not only in the writing but also the reading. Before that, I want to read your summary. First of all, my suggestion is, if you don't have enough control in your writing to bring all the important elements from the paragraph in your own words, never write it with paraphrasing. Never ever. Because at the end of the day, the meaning of this particular summary might be changed and you will not get a score. And it impacted drastically in your reading score and writing score. So what I will read it aloud and try to understand what is your core information. So you said, from Snow's point of view. It is not point of view. It was Snow's referring a essay. So definitely the word essay is very much important because it is based on that essay. So it definitely linked you to your vocab score. So make sure that it is not about that, okay, Hafiz, I wrote point of view. What does it mean? Point of view doesn't mean it's essay. Point of view can be an opinion. So it is essay. When what's called essay, it is called published article, journal. So this is very much important. So point of view is different. So you have to understand that it is written on his essay. Which essay? It is also important. There is a name of that essay in the first sentences. So that is missing. Point of view, that here, if you go on the first sentences,
Yeah.
you can see, yeah, definitely, in the society, address the division between the literally intellectual and in society, but where you miss that particular part. Are you getting my points?
Yeah.
Until and unless you say how you can define that in which context you're talking about these two group of people. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. Now next, so what you are trying to say, from Snow's point of view, division between literally intellectual division was hindered with important issues such as balanced education. When you are saying such as, it means that you have to give more than one examples. That is, I like
Mm.
different foods such as rice. You can't say such as rice comma another one, because it's something important. Now my question is,
Oh,
in summary, you never include this kind of examples, never, because it is the
okay.
explanation and elaboration. It is a part of the writing essay, not summary. Are you getting my
Okay.
points?
Yeah.
Okay. Next is, all of a sudden, without any connectors, how you can connect any two sentence with comma. You have to use any and or any other words that connect these two sentences with comma. You connect two independent sentences. For example, he is a good boy, comma, he goes to school. You can't do that one, because you have to make sure that you have to
Mm.
use and, because otherwise two independent sentences cannot be joined only with comma. If it is a phrase,
Mm.
then it's all right, but it's two independent clause, that is two meaningful sentences you are linking with just one comma. It is not right way, and it must impact your grammar. So that is the problem. He recognized the value of both science and humanity as equal in every aspect. Good. In order to develop humans to effective, so to effective. Now question is, after to, it should be a verb. So how you can say to effective? You can't say to
Yeah.
effect. It should be to affect. So it is a mistake that you are writing a word and that doesn't go as per the grammar context. So to effective, who can navigate challenges and address them. Okay. If you ask me, it is totally unclear. Nothing makes sense. On top of that, it might looks fancy that, oh, on top of the tower, that is on top of the tower, if I write on the top of the tower, it looks very good, but usually it doesn't make any sense. So we have to avoid this kind of a strategy in our summarized written text. Why? Because you know that summarized written text, if you have a look, that summarized written text contribute a score. If I go to your score rubrics, you can understand that summarized written text in your reading, if you go on the reading, summarized written text contribute 22.5%. No way you can miss that score, because you need a score for the reading, and it contributes 22.5%. But if you go on the writing, you can see that summarized written text contributes 27.7%. That means the score you're targeting 69 to claim 10 points, that is your proficient English IELTS band score 7 equivalent. You have to make sure that you should not make any unnecessary sentences that doesn't make any sense. So you have to focus more on meaningful sentences. Now, how to configure that one? Now we have to configure, and for this reason I told you the concept is very clear. You have total time 10 minutes. First 4 minutes you have to just read. You have to read with utmost attention to find out three important sentences. Just find out three important sentences. You don't need to find out any keywords, just three important sentences, as the whole context can be conveyed based on these three important sentences. So first 4 minutes you have to read. Why? Because your reading a score that is 22.5 from this summarizing text is depending on these 4 minutes, that how you are reading, how you are understanding in that way. So that is very much important. When you will figure out that, okay, Hafiz, this is my first sentence, this is my second sentence, this is my third sentence. Now start typing your sentences, and definitely you can do a little bit of paraphrasing, but paraphrasing is not required. To get 90 out of 90, still you can connect those three sentences with just comma, and that will be all right, and you can get the best score in reading and writing if it is meaningful. Now what I'll be doing at the time of your performance, I try to read your essay. So you say that in this AP Uni portal, you can see that here, if I go on the score,
Yeah.
it says that vocab 0. So you made grammar mistakes, too many grammar mistakes, that is the risk 0, and you got content 2 and books. That means 4 marks. Here content you lost 2 marks, and here 2 marks, and grammar definitely 2 marks. This 6 marks you lost. Now how you can improve your vocab? So that's the reason we have to understand that when we will be finding out sentences, we have to also find out what are the vocabs are required to make sure that you are going on the right track. So here, if you check the first sentences,
Yeah.
I will make it a little bit smaller so that I can cover everything with one. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So our first line is this one. This is our first sentences, that is the most important. It is saying C.P. Sono's essay, the two cultures address the divisions between the literary intellectuals, a group of people that's called literary intellectuals, and scientists in the society. So this is our first sentences. So how we can find out what are the most important content? The content that is vocabulary. Our first vocabulary is the Sono itself. It is very important. Second is essay, because it's talk about this essay. The third is two cultures, because he mentioned in that particular book or essay that two cultures. Second one is the division, and the third one is literally intellectuals and scientists and society. Are you getting my points? You can see that in my first line we figure out total 7 key contents, that is the vocabulary that must be addressed in my essay. If I am not addressing, I might losing a score in my vocab section. So our score is depending on 4 parameters: content 4 marks, form 1 marks, grammar 2 marks, and vocab 2 marks. Now have a look. This vocab is linked with content. If you are not addressing the right vocab to convey the masses of the content, you will not get any vocab score. Vocab doesn't mean that you are bringing some out of the box words and it is fancy words, or you are focusing more on ornamentation. No. Vocab means which words are required to convey the whole message what speaker or the writer tried to convey in this particular passage or in that particular audio. For example, summarize a spoken text in that audio, and for summarize written text in this particular paragraph or passage. So this is our first sentence. What is our second sentences? Our second sentences if you are. So we are talking about snow. That is, it is all about what he thought, what he wrote, and what he mentioned, what he believed. Our second sentence, you can see, he believed that a harmonious integration of both cultures was necessary for societal progress. So it is our second. So you can say both. What does it mean, both?
Mm.
What does it mean, both? If I
Mm.
go,
Culture and vision, intellectual and scientist. Yeah.
so you can see that it is connecting the relationship with that. So you can see I totally ignored the second paragraph. You might brought that one,
Yeah.
but ignored because this is not necessary. I told the paragraph is 280 plus words and you're just writing in between 50 to 60 or 70 words. So you cannot acknowledge all the words over there. It is very hard. So here our second sentence we have marked, that is our second sentence is this one, our second sentences. So what are the important vocab here? It's called integration. This is our important word, integration. What is the next? Cultures that we mentioned. Here we also mentioned culture. Or the third, societal progress. So you can see that we covered important
Mm.
elements of this three per paragraph from this particular sentences, three important vocabularies.
Yeah.
So our first sentence that, our second sentence that. What is our third sentences? A third sentences I picked from this. A balanced education that incorporates both. You can see that again I am talking about this, I am talking about this. So
Mm.
this is very much
Yeah.
important that you have to focus on this indicating words like both, that, those, such, so that you can easily understand that it is linking the previous idea, previous context.
Yeah.
So a balanced education that incorporates both the humanities and science is essential for developing individuals who can effectively navigate these challenges. Now you can read. So it is our third sentences. What is called humanities? Humanities is indicating literally intellectuals. What is science?
Mm. Yeah.
Indicating the scientist. What is
Scientist.
essential for developing individuals who can effectively navigate these challenges? Are you getting my points?
Yeah.
Now,
Society.
if you ask, okay, Hafiz, how I will write down these sentences? So the method is very simple. Sentence 1, S1, you write, comma, you can use and. Sentence 2, you can write, comma, and sentence 3. Now, to get 90, I don't ask you to use two and, rather you can use only one comma and apart from that you can actually minimize and shortening by making the clause into phrase. So what is my suggestion? Try to make sure that out of sentence S1, S2 and S3, any particulars you can write the support sentence 1, but either sentence 2 or sentence 3 you can convert that clause, that is called sentence, into phrase, keeping the meaning same. You don't need to change anything, just make it
Yeah.
same, so that at the end of the day it makes the same meaning and you can reduce some number of words. Now if I go here and try to make sure that what I will write it down, first I will copy. So in PTE Academic examination you cannot copy, sorry for that, because I can't type right now, it will take more
Yeah.
time. So I'm just copying the first sentences like this. I enter two times. Why? Because to make you understand, then I copied these sentences. Okay, till now 31 words. Then I copied the last, my third sentences. Okay, altogether 52 words. That is more than enough. Now what I have to do, I have to just make it little bit of corrections. So first of all, I have to use only one comma, so I will delete that one and bring that here. So what I will be doing, I will try to rewrite that sentences. That is, he believed that a harmonious integration of both society was necessary for social progress. So what I'll be doing, in society,
Yeah.
and I will just delete that and write down. Are you getting my parts?
Yeah.
Nothing else. Have a look. Nothing else. I just delete this two part. So
Mm.
not that. I just delete this part and add it for. So what I will be reading right now. Listen carefully. I will not use CP. I will just write down Snow's. So I will just delete that part as well. So Snow's essay, the two culture address the division between literary intellectuals and scientists in society for a harmonious integration of both cultures was necessary for societal progress. Are you getting my points?
Yeah,
Now what I'll do, I will bring comma and this is my addition. So what I'll be doing, so
yeah,
I will just one sec so that okay, I'll bring it, I'll delete the full stop, use comma and use and make a as small and write down the full stops. Now you can see that my summary is done with only one full stops. I just did what? I just did three changes. I used comma and before the sentence 3. I delete certain parts so that I can not use the same connectors multiple times. And I delete, instead of the CM, I just write down snow. That is more than enough. And you can see that all the important vocab, all the important words and the content is fully easy to understand. Now you can fine tune.
yeah.
And what I will be doing, I will just write down for and I'll just delete that part. Now read it carefully.
So now the essay, the two culture address the division between literary intellectuals and scientists in the society for a harmonious integration of both cultures was necessary for the societal progress and a balanced
Okay.
education
Now we
that
can find out
encompasses.
that we can't use for here because there is a was. So what you have to do at our proofreading time for harmonic integration both
Hmm.
cultures, and so what we'll be doing, we have to just fine tune here that we have to connect before and it was necessary for social progress. So what I will do,
Yeah.
and it was necessary for social progress, and
Hmm.
where I will not use any and here, where
Hmm. Whereas,
whereas
where,
okay. Now read. My fine tune is done.
whereas, yeah, whereas the balanced education that incorporates both humanities and sciences is essential developing individuals who can effectively navigate these challenges. Yeah,
You got my point?
yeah,
Now, how many words I have written? 51 words. I took three important
51.
sentences. I changed
Yeah,
here little bit. I didn't touch the meaning of the sentences as there is a
yeah,
confusion because it's a clause. So I brought and. If you want, you can also bring a comma before that, before comma and then for it I use another connectors that is called whereas, or I can also use because. You can write down that if you are confused that okay, you can also write down the word because.
yeah,
That's it. So you can
mm,
see that I am not changing the core meaning of the three sentences I picked. Number one, what I did when
mm,
I'm connecting that three sentences, I just try to make sure that fine tuning and delete unnecessary words. Even you can delete some unnecessary words as well, like who can effectively navigating. So if you want, okay, Hafiz, I can reduce the clause apart from who can effectively navigating. I can say I delete who can, and I can use comma and I can write
mm,
down navigating. So in developing individuals
yeah,
effectively navigating these challenges, you can also do that one. Then you can at least delete two words. Again, it will be 49. So you can see that you can do lot more ways. But first, the mindset is important.
yeah,
What is the mindset? The mindset is that when I will be reading the paragraph, this paragraph can be one passage. Sorry, this passage can be one paragraph, or it can be two paragraphs, or it can be three paragraphs. First, what I have to do, I have to read, try to find out, oh, this is the main sentence, this is the main sentence, and this is the main sentence. I brought the three sentences into my box of writing. I can't copy, but I'll type exactly the way it is. And then I'll be figuring out where I need to use comma, when I need to use and, where I have to delete some parts, and where I bring any other words like because, that, or while, or since. And if it sounds good, then I can click next. That's it. So there is no spelling mistakes. Why? Because you are just writing as
mm,
it is. No grammar mistakes. Why?
yeah,
Because you are writing just as it is. And the chances of score getting in the content is higher. On top of that, definitely the vocab, all vocabs are covered. So at the end of the day, it will help you to get the maximum score in your writing as well as reading. Is it clear, my friend?
Yeah, it is clear.
Tell me what you learned from now, so that I can make
Actually,
a summary of your learning based
it's
on today's live demonstration. The way you did 2 times this month, 3rd of October and 5th of October, and the way you did today, and the way I try to demonstrate. Give me a proper summary about your own understanding, own core thought.
it was like based on the relevancy of the topic, like a topic which has given the same meaning. In a summary, we need to represent the same idea and it provides same
Yeah.
meaning.
And it must be connected. It's not about just randomly picking some
Yeah,
different sentences. All the sentences should be
yeah,
connected and talking about a particular things. Here it is talking about the book Two Cultures, where it mentioned or addressed the division between literally intellectuals and scientists. Here literally intellectuals means humanities and scientists come from science. It's a part of the society. It is important for the societal progress. So all these things are coming into your summary is very important, and that's why the way you
mm,
wrote on 3rd of October or 5th of October, perhaps you lost much marks from this summarized written text in your writing as well as reading. So if you avoid that, I believe that you can do better in your writing sections. You
yeah,
got my point?
yeah. I got
Okay,
your
let's
point.
see. One more time. Now we'll be jumping in. So, can you write after today's session? You can write 2 to 3 summarize it in text, and definitely you have to write the
Yeah,
way I told you. It might take a little bit time because you didn't practice in that way, but the way I'll be telling it really works. Please use the first 4 minutes
yeah,
for just reading to identify the 3 top important sentences, and then bring that 3 important sentences into the text box, then fine tune the way you can make it connected. If you think, okay, there are 67 words and you can reduce some unnecessary words, reduce it, but don't make it over paraphrased, because at the end of the day, when you are trying to make a paraphrases, you don't have enough control about how to grammar works over there, so you might make more
yeah,
mistakes in the grammatical context. And if you get 2 in the grammar, sorry, 0 in the grammar, that means you're losing these 2 marks for your writing and reading. Is it clear?
yeah,
Okay, because you'll be getting 2 summarized written text. So if you get 0 in grammar, that is the 4 marks. So it is very much important that you're losing that four
yeah,
marks in writing as well as using this 4 marks in
yeah,
your reading. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to write 2 summarized written text and 2 summarized spoken text, and then you have to send me a voice message on WhatsApp that Hafiz, the way you checked, the way you demonstrated, I try to do it by myself. Yes, definitely you can
yeah,
improve that. You can't improve overnight, but if you practice today and tomorrow, definitely you can improve. But make
mm,
sure that you're not focusing on too much paraphrasing by yourself, because you don't have any
yeah.
control, mate. Try to make sure that what
Okay.
speaker said, exactly write down that sentences, that will give you 90 out of 90. Apart from that, if you need to show your intellectualities, or if you want to show your power of knowledge or vocab knowledge, it doesn't work, because sometimes you can make spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes, and
Yeah,
you're not addressing the right things.
yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's all.
How was the class?
Yeah, it was excellent.
Okay. Do you think yesterday we covered essay, it impacted the way you're writing right now and the way you learned your summarized written text
Yeah.
and some spoken text?
Actually, actually, I will tell you, like I have booked a test earlier because it was booked, I think, yeah, before that, before discussing with you. So I have given, but in the essay, it's definitely improved.
Okay.
I will share you in the firstly, it showed in extended writing, the bar was in the middle. It showed 50% for us. Like in this, it gone to
Oh,
70%,
that's mean you're doing
70 or
good.
70. Yeah, because I write the essay the way you told me, it definitely improved. But I think we are getting less score, and even still in reading, I got same because of I think the problem is with the summary.
Yes, you have got
Yeah,
it the right way. So just
yeah,
practice today and tomorrow. Let me know, and we'll be doing the third class where you will tell me that, okay, Hafiz, now I am ready to demonstrate one essay, one summarized written text, and some spoken live in front of you, so that you can give me feedback. That
yeah,
will be our third class. But before that, just keep practicing at least 2 essays, 2 summarized written text, and 2 summarized spoken text, and send me a voice message on WhatsApp so that I can help you accordingly. Okay.
yeah. Because of that, in essay, I think my score around 8 marks has gone up.
You can
approximately.
see the beauty of that one, that where you were and after one
Yeah.
classes where you are right now. I'm not saying that it is about the classes, it's about that you need to know
Ye-
the fundamentals. If you need to know what you
Yeah.
made mistakes. And that's why day before yesterday when we had a discussion about why you are missing a score, you told me that okay, perhaps this, perhaps that, perhaps comma uses. Not like that. You have to know exact reason the way you can improve your writing score. If you follow the method I told you today for summarize it in text and summary spoken text, trust me, at least 10 extra marks will be coming in your writing within next 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
No worries, Asimit. Try to
Okay.
communicate with me on WhatsApp if you have any
Okay.
questions, but make sure that you are writing essays, summaries, so that I can check from the back and give you the
Okay.
feedback. Okay.
Yeah, sure. All good.
All good.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very much. All the best.
Okay. Okay. You too.